So y'all can participate in this video with me, and yeah, it'll be great. Anyways, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video by yours truly. It's been quite a bit of time. Say hi, YouTube chat, if you guys want to, since I have reacted to the Prydwen tier list. Generally, when I do these things, I'm quite analytical, and I like to go over each individual character and share my thoughts and insight and expertise for why that character is placed where they are or where I think they should be placed. Overall, it's a good discussion for the community to learn my insight on all of these characters from my point of view. Chat's going to be joining me in today. I'll be going over these characters, and if I see that chat is making a good input, I'll consider that as well. But let's go ahead and take a look at the Prydwen tier list, and yeah, get into it. I will say, I took a gander at this before I made this video, and they got a change log in here. And this is cool because what this change log essentially is Prydwen's context on why they put people where they put them, which is cool because if you've watched any Gacha Smack Prydwen tier list reactions, I'm always grilling them in a fun way, but I'm always grilling them because I don't know what their thoughts are. So I'm just like left up to theory craft what their thoughts are. So having this is pretty fucking cool because then I'll know, oh, that's why they put this character where they put them. We have updated the MOC tier list based on the latest data, our own testing and community feedback. Here are the new additions. So let's go ahead and scroll down here. We got added Fei Xiao to the tier list. This is interesting because I don't know if I want to read this. I think I might want to like read that one after the fact. I think I want to look at what they say after I go and take a look at the tier list. Only on this one. We can look at everything else though, but for Fei Xiao, I'm going to skip that one. Added Mose to the tier list. Okay, so let's see here. Yun Li got bumped up to T0.5. So this is Prydwen's thought process on this character being bumped up. Yun Li has more than proven herself as one of the most powerful damage dealers in MOC, even without her SIG. With it, she's even stronger. She thrives in multiple team compositions, both premium and free to play, and is absolutely Apex character material. Because of this, we're very happy to move the Greatsword user into tier 0.5 where she deserves to be. I'll be honest, I actually disagree with this. I'll tell you exactly what I disagree with. Both premium and free to play, she's Apex character. I'll be honest, if you use Yun Li and you don't have Ting Yun in Huahua, her value drops off a cliff big time. I don't think she's Apex if you don't have Ting Yun and Huahua on her team. She can shine with Sparkle for sure, but versatility wise, there's not too many options. I think you got Sparkle, Ting Yun, and Huahua, and that is about it, chat. Would you say that is a fair scrutiny or, you know, critical observation, or would y'all disagree? I feel like her sig is kind of necessary too. I would no, because I don't own her signature. I have Blade's signature light cone on her, but then again, I guess that is another signature light cone, to be fair. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'll give my thoughts when we get to her on the tier list though. But it is nice to see that's Prydwen's thoughts on it. Clara moved up to T1. So not T0.5, T1. Okay. Clara has been consistently usable and strong in MOCs with enemies that either hit quickly or multiple times per action. I feel like that's kind of just one and the same. It's really just, yeah, enemies who hit a lot. And over time, we've seen an increase to both, which by the way, chat, that's why I don't think Yun Li is as good as people say she is on a universal scale. They're good in formats where the enemies are doing a lot of AoE and adjacent AoE and attacking a lot, but they fall off drastically in strength when it's in formats where the enemies aren't attacking a lot. I knew that firsthand when I played Yun Li against the previous format against the choir targets. The choir targets, I used Yun Li right before this new format came in. The choir targets, she was nowhere near as strong as she is in this format. She just wasn't, because one of them was just like doing a dot and he wasn't hitting nobody. So her fucking damage and performance, it just was nowhere near what it was in this meta. Anyways, and over time, we've seen an increase to both, like the recently released and now Apex tier Yun Li's. Her team compositions are also flexible and, wait, Clara? Strong for both spenders and free to play alike, especially as she's a standard banner character. Clara, as her place in the meta and sees consistent use improvements, follow-up buffs. True, that's very true. Robin came out. Even Mose can be used with her now if you wanted to. A lot of follow-up infrastructure has came into the game, and I will admit that Clara can benefit from that infrastructure, while most other 1.0 characters are experiencing the effects of power creep and a lack of support. That's true. They cooking. In our testing, Clara also consistently overperforms compared to characters she shares a tier with. For all these reasons, we're raising Clara up from tier 1.5 to tier 1. Okay, Topaz moves up T0.5. Topaz has been seen strong meta representation and relevance thanks to her synergy with Clara. Okay, so this is going to be heavy-winded. I'm just going to go ahead and go over it like as a rough draft. So Topaz has gone up to T1 to T0.5, and that's huge. I completely agree with that, especially considering that Fei Xiao's came out. Robin has gone up to T0.5 to T0. Okay, I was about to say, wait, what? Okay, T0. All right, I do want to read this one. This one's interesting. We had Robin slated to an upgrade to T0 in this Memory of Chaos based on her past performance and continued relevance in the meta. However, the release of Fei Xiao has only solidified this decision. Robin's synergy with Fei Xiao has made her value undeniable, reinforcing her importance within top tier team compositions. Without any shadow of a doubt, Robin is now officially moving to T0, a well-deserved placement given her outstanding contributions to the current meta. I could not agree more. I could not fucking agree more. She has aged like fine wine. And to be completely honest with you, right now, in today's meta, in today's format, I actually put her at a higher value than Ranmei. I do. I think she's slightly higher than Ranmei right now. The bitch is just cooking on all kinds of teams, which it hasn't always been that way. But she's now like edging. She's edging. Now Ranmei's still fucking built different, but Robin has been cooking. She's been aging like fine wine. What? Hold up. We're gonna have to zoom in on this. 4K HD, boys. Hold up. What that say? What does that? Oh, hell no, chat. How many times? Chat, no, y'all can go watch the last 3 Prydwen tier list reactions, bro. How many times have I been telling these mother? Oh boy, I can't wait to see that one. Oh dog, bro, I've been saying that for so long. Oh my god, dude. Okay, Black Swan and Kafka went down from T0.5 to T1. Okay, that's fair. All right, you know what? I feel like I'm spoiling myself. Let's take a look at this, man. Let's get into it. I think I've looked at everything that was pretty important. Is there anybody else? Oh, okay. All right, let's go ahead and get into the meat and soup, guys. Here we are. This is MOC. All right, starting off from the top. Ah, shit, chat. Ah, shit, chat. I have been telling people for so goddamn long. Scooby-Doo deserves to be in T0. Scooby-Doo is better than Fu Xuan. She's literally like, she's better than all of these characters, with the exception of the only reason I think Aventurine should remain in T0 is because of Fei Xiao. If you remove Fei Xiao from this list, just take her off the list entirely. Scooby-Doo is best in slot on this team right here. Scooby-Doo is best in slot on Dr. Ratio's team right here. Scooby-Doo is better for dot compositions than he is. Scooby-Doo is outshining this man in pretty much all of these teams. Gallagher is going to be used on this team, right? So who are you using the Aventurine team on, honestly? The only team I can think of is the IPC comp, which is hella expensive. You need E1 Topaz with her SIG or Aventurine with his SIG in order for Dr. Ratio to even be performing at a efficient level. So I think Scooby-Doo should have been the one that's been here all along. Oh, Acheron, good point, chat. Good point, my bad. And y'all aren't on the screen. What the hell? Let me put you up here. Sorry, chat. Acheron, Scooby-Doo, my bad. Good point out. This is why I like involving the chat into the video. Aventurine should have been the one with the arrow in this meta. He should have been the one getting bumped up, and Scooby-Doo should have always been T0. I've said this for a long time now. She's always been there with her value. People just didn't know, I guess. I don't know. Now, Gallagher, this is interesting because Gallagher quite literally outperforms both of these two when it comes to Firefly, right? Not only does he outperform them when it comes to Firefly, but anything super break, Gallagher is going to outperform these two as a fucking 4-star. But then you got all the other teams in the game. Then Gallagher also debatably depending on the situation, he might outperform Scooby-Doo on a Acheron team. It depends. But because of the, I think it's completely fair that he's in T0.5 and not in T0. I think that's fair. He will go up next patch. We'll see what happens. Linksha's definitely looking like a banker, but I think this is a fair, I agree with this. I think he's T0.5 because on certain teams and certain situations, he's not T0. Fu Xuan, I'm gonna be honest. I think Fu Xuan has definitely fallen off in value. These days, I only use my Fu Xuan on my Jade Herta composition. My Jade Herta composition, Fu Xuan is literally best in slot for me. But I think she should be T1. I do. I hate to say it, bro, but damn, these motherfuckers here, this meta and where it's slid, it has gotten to a point where I never use my Fu Xuan. I never use her. And let me give me a little bit of context here. When I think about these placements, I think about, is that the first pick? Is that the second pick? Or is that the third pick? Fu Xuan on an Acheron comp. She's not the first pick. She's not the second pick. She's the goddamn third pick. So I think, and they're not including her E1 chat. So I think she's the third pick. She should be in the third tier. Fu Xuan is not the first pick, the second pick on a Fei Xiao team. She's not the first pick or second pick on a Firefly team. She's like the third pick. I'm talking about in sustains, chat. Her crit is nice. Hell no. Okay, let's hear your thought process. She's way better than Lorcha. It's not a matter of her being way better than Lorcha though. It's a matter of, can she sit up here with units that are being used on that level? She's not being utilized like Gallagher. She's not being utilized like Aventurine. She's not being utilized like Scooby-Doo. So why the fuck do you think she deserves to sit up here with these units when nobody is using her on any of these teams? They're not. So I think she needs to be bumped down. She's really comfortable. So is Lorcha. They can sit they comfy asses in the T1 tier, chat. I don't know how that's not making any sense. Now look, chat, check me out. Is she better than Lorcha? Yes, she's better than Lorcha. That doesn't mean she's better than Lorcha. That means she should go up to T0.5. I personally think she still belongs in T1. And that is my personal opinion. Is she better than Lorcha? Correct. But that don't mean she go up a tier, brother. That's all I'm saying about that. All right. Now, if y'all disagree, that's fine. But that's my personal opinion. This bitch is the most overrated sustainer in the game. T1.5, bro, I guarantee you anybody who uses her gets carted a lot. I guarantee they cart so much. But the only reason they probably put her in T1.5 is because of her aggro on the teams, the niche teams she does function on. Her aggro definitely has good value, but you will cart your ass off with this girl. She cannot keep your team alive, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Japart does a better job. I think she should be in T2 and Japart should be in T1.5, if I'm being honest. Japart gonna keep your team alive. If you have a thick defense-oriented Japart, he can quite literally fill your whole HP bar up. Chat, hear me out, and y'all can, I'll read some disagreements. Chat, Japart can keep you alive against Aventurine, no problem. That's one of the most annoying people. Y'all have actually seen me compete in a tournament with Japart as my sustainer because I had no other options, and he kept me fucking safe. Lynx? You think Lynx gonna keep you alive against Aventurine? Hell no. She's pretty niche, man. I don't know what to tell you. I've used Lynx so many times and I have better runs with Japart. See, there's somebody agreeing. Japart's so good with his sig now that JQ applies burn consistently for Acheron, which means now he can just stay with his, yeah, like, I'll be honest. I think most people, let's do this just so the viewers can see it's not just me in an echo chamber. Type 1 if you agree that Lynx is overrated in T1.5. Type 2 if you think she's properly rated. Properly rated is 2. Properly rated is 2. All right. So it seems like we're in agreement. Okay. Japard and Bailu. The red arrow is so fucking funny, bro. I think Bailu, dude. Okay, so let me just give a hot take here. I think Prydwen needs to throw away their logic of E0 on standard characters, because Bailu's value, chances are everybody has a fucking E3 Bailu at this point. And so I don't think it's fair to have Bailu at E0 or like, you know, any of the standard characters like Branya. Bro, Branya on E1 versus E0. Bro, E0 Branya sucks balls. I'm saying I still have E0 Branya. That's how I know this, guys. I know most of y'all probably have E1. I still have fucking E0. E0 Branya sucks balls. E1? E1's a game changer for Branya, bro. Oh man, E1's such a game changer. Anyways, I think Bailu at E2 or 3, she should be right here. Maybe even right here. I'll be honest. At higher Eidolons. At higher Eidolons, I think she should probably be fucking right here, if I'm being honest. March 7th and Natasha. No, I'll be honest. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, guys, right? Like, does anybody care about March 7th and Natasha? Type 1 of you care, type 2 of you don't care. I don't think anybody cares, especially now that there's imaginary March 7th. Nobody cares, bro. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. All right, we agree. Let's move on to the next one. Oh shit, here we are. Yeah, I strongly agree with this. I strongly agree with this. Now, going back to that guy who said Lorcha or Fushuan's way better than Lorcha, I agree. I mean, I don't know about way better. She's better. She's better for sure. Like noticeably better. This is what I mean by this. Right now, Robin is a little bit better than Ron May. In this current format, she's a little bit better. That doesn't mean Ron May should go down a tier just because she's a little bit better. Ron May is still fucking cracked. She's still disgusting. And honestly, she still outperforms Robin on a number of teams. That doesn't mean that she goes down a tier. That means them two are just running the game in T0 right now. Besides, we also have two sides. We have first half and second half. Chances are you got Robin as the T0 on that half and Ron May as the T0 on the other half. So it's completely fine for them to be in tandem on T0 from where I stand. Chat, do you disagree? And if you do, I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts. Ron May is extremely all-purpose busted. Oh, and you know what, Milk? Good fucking point. Even if Robin's a little bit higher in value in terms of performance, Ron May's universal brokenness is still higher value than Robin, because Robin is not the most friendly on every team in the game. Ron May is. You could literally take Robin off of her teams and put Ron May on them, and it's gonna perform. You can't do the opposite though with Robin. Now both of their E1s are fucking disgusting. There's no doubt about that. Sparkle. Man, I've never had so many mixed feelings about a character. There's times where I feel like Sparkle should be T1, and then there's times where I feel like Sparkle should be fucking T0. What I've come to learn is that speed tuning Sparkle is incredibly paramount to her value. If you know how to speed tune your Sparkle, she can perform at a T0 level. If you don't know how to speed tune your Sparkle and you're using just a mid Sparkle, she can be T1. She really can. Now, she's still meta for DHIL. She's still very good on Yun Li teams, actually. She's good on Yun Li teams, but she's always the second option when it comes to choosing her versus a Robin or a Ron May. She's never the first option unless you're using Dill. And that's pretty much where we're at with Sparkle. But T0.5, I think, is perfectly fine with her. Now, Harmony MC. Oh, by the way, before I move on, let me see what chat's over here cooking. Sparkle is just good, but unnecessary. Bring back hypercarry meta. Do you do leaks here? Okay, I'm not answering that. 174 speed Sparkle Poke. Yeah, if you got the Poke build, that bitch is definitely in front of both of them. Then how do you speed tune Sparkle? Well, you just have to have a lot of speed. You can run a win set on top of a DDD, right? And then have somewhere between 150 to 160 speed, and then she's going to go 3 times. More importantly, you have to make sure she's going in a way that's going to allow your DPS to go 3 times. That's what I mean by speed tuning. You have to manipulate her action value to where your DPS that you put the team on or for is going 3 times. That's what I mean. And then you can put an attack percent boot on that DPS, and they still go 3 times. This is what where Sparkle's, hey EO, what's up, baby? Welcome in here. That's where Sparkle's value starts to shine. All right, now the one thing that this tier list is missing is that it doesn't have a EO, which is unfortunate, because if it did, he would be up here as I alone am the honored one. Hey EO, I had to crack a joke at you real quick. I love you, brother. All right, man, let's go ahead and move on. So we have the Harmony MC. I look at the Harmony MC as a Gallagher. I think it's the same concept. Obviously, he is way better than than any other units in the game when it comes to his niche, but that's all he's good for, or he or she, sorry. Because of that, I have the male HMC. That's why I always say he. Because of that, I think it's the same thing as Gallagher. Yeah, sure, if he was in T0, I wouldn't really fight people on that, but him being in T0.5 is pretty damn fair, because although he's best in slot on super break teams, he's not best in slot and universally friendly. Like, he's only really good, you know, in that little niche. So that's my thoughts. Chat, do you think that's pretty fair? I think Gallagher's also good for Robin teams because of QPQ. If you don't have a Venturine, D'Artagnan, I agree. If you don't have a Venturine, Gallagher is literally the next best option until Linksha comes out. Linksha's doing follow-up, so Linksha's going to be better than Gallagher on those teams. The moment a new super break enabler drops, HMC dies. He doesn't die, Riven. He goes from T0.5 down to T1. He doesn't die. But yeah, sure. Now, I disagree with this. If you're going to put HMC in T0.5 because he makes Firefly meta, why isn't Zhao Shou in T0.5 because he makes Acheron T0? Not only that, this man's universal value has blown everybody out the water. Didn't blow me because I told you fuckers. Before he even came out. I said, hey, this guy is doing something nobody else can do. His ability to keep the uptime on him is good. Motherfucker can be used on dot comps. He can be used on facial comp. He can be used on a facial comp. And he can be used on Acheron. I think he's T0.5. Now, I feel like this is going to be a contentious argument. So chat, I feel like y'all are probably going to disagree with me. If you do, I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts, but I feel like this dude is not T1. He's T0.5. Works with any ultimate base team comp. True. Yeah. True. He works with any ultimate base comp. Pella 2.0. Sure. But he's still good. And he's not a defensive shredder. Check Prydwen reasoning. Okay. You know what? That's a good point. Did I skip over him? Let's go to Apocalyptic Shadow. Wait, where the hell is that at? As mentioned earlier, replacing both an express watch list to check how they perform against Facial. Okay, hold on. I gotta take a quick pause. Why the fuck is Prydwen so professional with this tier list, bro? As mentioned earlier, replacing both an express watch list to check how they perform against Facial. Should it come to our attention that Zhao Shou is indeed a T0.5 character, then we will expedite that process immediately. Why do I feel like that's what these motherfuckers is doing, bro? What are we doing about the Prydwen? Simmer down, brother. It can't be that deep. It can't be. Batman's butler, bro, is over here making this tier list. Acheron can maintain her spot to drop to T0.5, while Zhao Shou can potentially move to T0.5, depending on how they will perform in our testing. Okay, so wait, they're thinking about dropping Acheron to T0.5? Oh shit. Because of Facial, I guess. It must be because of Facial. In our testing and the community hands in near future. Okay, that's important context. So okay, so then they kind of they're picking up what I'm putting down then, essentially. Where the fuck is my tier list, bro? Dear Lord. Here we go. Okay, so it seems that Prydwen is picking up what I'm putting down then with regards to him. Now, Ting Yun. I've been fighting this battle longer than I've been fighting the Scooby-Doo battle. Y'all know, bro. She fell off. Brother. She's best in slot on Ratio's team, on Yun Lee's team. She's literally best in slot on both of these characters' teams. How did she fall off? What are you waffling about? How does that make sense? She's quite literally the go-to. I mean, huh? Robin best in slot? You're running them both. You're not running Yun Lee without Ting Yun. You're running Yun Lee with her and Robin. Both. It's a double harmony team. That's what it is. So like, I'm confused. You realize, hold on, guys. You realize if you take away Ting Yun, both of them drop to T1. I don't think y'all understand that. They drop to T1. They don't stay at T0.5. What's Dr. Ratio's best team then? It's Ting Yun, it's D-Buffer, and it's Scooby-Doo with him. It's Ting Yun, D-Buffer, Scooby-Doo Ratio. That's what it is. Like, and then Yun Li, it's Ting Yun, Sparkle, Scooby-Doo, Yun Li. That's what it is. Topaz, if you have E1, but this tier list is based off of E0, and even then, Topaz is not allowing ratio. Let me tell you why Ting Yun's the best in slot for ratio. Let me cook this for you real quick. Ting Yun enables ratio to ult faster, which means his follow-ups trigger more often, which means he's gonna have double the follow-ups ready. He'll be able to go into the next cycle with his ult up again, literally because of Ting Yun. So, I mean, now ratios, okay, you know what? Hold on. I stand corrected here. Ratio's real best team is too fucking expensive. Ratio's real best team is the IPC comp. But the problem is you need fucking E1 Sig Topaz or E1 Topaz plus Sig Aventurine. It's too expensive. It's like, it's a very, very expensive comp because they need to apply their debuffs, right? If you have Sig Aventurine with an E1 Topaz, then you got 3 buffs immediately applied, no questions asked. But you can't apply that to Prydwen's criteria. Prydwen's criteria states that they need to be E0, S0. So the other team you're going to use is fucking Ting Yun with ratio, a debuffer, and a Scooby-Doo. Speedy March is better than ratio to me. Hot take. Hey, Speedy March pops off. I've heard Topaz for Yun Li is just as good or slightly better than Ting Yun because 50% multiplier is absurd. No, they're talking about E1 Topaz. Easy bot, I assure you. A lot of these guys that say that stuff, they don't reveal that they have a E1 Topaz, which gives another 50% crit damage boost. But if it's just E0 Topaz, she's not better than Ting Yun. She's not, because there's a whole nother ult on the line for Dr. Ratio. Plus, look, hold on. Most importantly, I forgot about this. Let me tell you, and this is good for content. Let me tell you why Ting Yun shits all over E0 Topaz. Not only does she enable ratio to ult more often, she has the DDD ×5, which enables him to rock an attack percent boot and still fucking go twice, which means he does even more damage with the attack percent boot. You put Topaz on the team, this motherfucker gotta rock a speed boot, lose his attack percent, and still struggle to go twice. That the value of her is always because of how strong of a start that she has. Her start value is ridiculous. Topaz has a fat ass. You know what? Then I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. I didn't consider that. I didn't consider that variable. So I stand corrected. All right, moving on. Damn, son. Oh no, bro. Branya, you have fallen. Chat. Well, look what the cat then dragged into this reaction. How many times, chat? How many times have I been saying this bitch is overrated, bro? They must have fired the one person who had a hard on for Silver. They fired him, bro. That's what happened, bro. I hate to say I'm right because I know it's cringe. I know it's cringe when you hear people say I'm right. I've always been saying the things that are happening, bro. I've been saying this shit for so long, it's wild, bro. She is so much better at E1. If you throw in E1 Silverwolf, the bitch jumps to T0.5 damn near. I'm not even gonna lie. She's light years better. I think debatably she's probably T0.5, but at E0? No, bro, absolutely not. Pella. I'll never understand this. It's like Prydwen is slowly but surely starting to see the Gacha smack vision, but they just give him a little more time. Give him a little more time, right? Chat, every time you see any PvP tournaments, every time you see any showcases, how many times do y'all see Pella? How many times do y'all see Pella, bro? Is it an unfair thing for me to say that Prydwen has slept on Pella so fucking hard? It's insane. I just don't get it, bro. Like 50% defensive shred to the entire fucking field, ults multiple times. I think she has the most disgusting battery in the game, self-sufficient battery. can go 3 times in a cycle, can even deal damage. Like, she's not T1.5. It's not. No. I disagree. Anyways, Bronya, if you give her E1, Bronya's T1. Bars. If you give Bronya a 1 singular Eidolon, she immediately goes up. That's it. If you give Silverwolf an Eidolon, this bitch, she goes up. I don't know about T0.5. She goes up though. But at E0, sure. I can agree with that. Okay, now Gwen Ifen, I'll be honest, there's one comp where she pops the fuck off, and it's with Jiaosho. Y'all have seen my 0 cycle with Jiaosho Gwen Ifen with an Acheron. It's quite fucking disgusting. But other than that, yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Other than that, I think Gwen Ifen should be right down here in the niche. I think she should be down here. Now, the fall off of Asta needs to be studied. The fall off of Asta, it needs to be studied, guys. All right, it needs to be handled with care. Because she held on strong for so long, man. She was such a good unit for so long. But then you got these 3 bitches, bro. Damn, bro. They just came into the game and just like scuffed everybody else's value. That's pretty much what happened. Harmony characters are all good, but the competition is simply too steep, chat. The competition is way too steep. Goddamn, bro. Action value advance is just insane. It is. It's cheating too. Now this is criminal. This is fucking criminal, guys. Hanya is slept on by Prydwen. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Hanya deserves to be T1.5. Nah, T2 or T1.5. She's somewhere in here. Man. She's somewhere in here. I'm serious. Do y'all disagree? I don't know. Maybe that's a hot take. She's somewhere in here. I think what people don't realize is like, if you, because now I'll be participating in these tournaments, right? So I'm always seeing who pops up when you take away these 3, right? If you in the tournaments, these 3 always get banned, and you know who pops up every time they get banned. Every time. This bitch right here. She pops up every single time they get banned, bro. What does she do? So her kit is quite interesting. She's the fastest character in the entirety of the game. You could actually get her to 240 fucking speed if she's really cracked, but she's skill point positive. She generates skill points for your team. She also contributes to shield break because every attack she does it attacks. She gives your dedicated person of choice like 70 fucking speed if you tune her right. And then she has DDD. She can go like 4 times. She's also one of the characters that can go 4 times in a cycle if you really speed tune her correctly. Now it's really hard. You need like 260 speed, I think, or something like that. But you really can't do it with this bitch. With DDD, if you're running double DDD, the problem with Hanya, and I think the reason she's a niche, is because she's also one of the most difficult characters in the game to play with. And yeah, any characters that need speed tuning are always a pain in the ass. Same problem with Bronya. Same problem with Sparkle. The speed tuning characters are always a bitch. Okay, I take that back. Asta fell off. This bitch needs to be studied. She just needs to, at this point, man, Yukong needs to be put in the nah character. She need to be placed in the nah, bro. She needs to be studied, chat. I'm gonna keep it a stack. This character needs to be absolutely handled with care, bro. Anyways, man. All right, let's move on. Firefly in T0 and Boot Hill in T0.5. I think that's fair. When it comes to like completing a memory of chaos, the easier option is going to be Firefly. The more difficult option is going to be Boot Hill. That said, Boot Hill has T0 performance. Listen, I can absolutely agree with their placing, but this motherfucker is a menace to society, guys. This, apart from Fei Xiao, this Negro is the only Hunt Path character who will annihilate any MOC fuck. You place this motherfucker in any format, he's obliterating. And And because he delays people's turns, whether you have Ranmei or HMC, you don't even need both. Doggo showed me, unfortunately, his team got banned. Doggo's proved to me in the tournament, you don't even need Ranmei for this nigga to shine. You put a HMC on his team with a Pella and a Bronya in the team, and they never get a chance to go. His value with Bronya is crazy. I didn't know his value was that good with Bronya, but then again, with speed tuning, it makes perfect sense. But what the chat, here's the cook. The cook is double win set. You put win set Bronya, win set Boot Hill, and Boot Hill goes like 5 times, bro. He goes like 5 times. It's insane. You have to rock DDD on the Bronya. The cook is crazy, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's like, it's 5 head levels of reaching his ceiling. To reach Boot Hill's ceiling, it's a high skill cap, or I hate saying skill cap in turn-based games, high knowledge. It's a high knowledge cap. So if you don't have knowledge of the character and what they're capable of, it makes perfect sense why he's not T0. That's all I'm gonna say. Topaz's ability to age like fine wine needs to be carefully observed. It needs to be carefully studied, but I called it since day one. And you can go and find word for word where I say a character like this is very fucking hard to power creep. She's skill point friendly. She gives a vulnerability buff that is applicable to her entire path, the follow-up path. She doesn't even have to be T0. She doesn't have to do any of that. All she has to do is just function on all the teams. The bitch functions on all teams. She functions on the Yun Li team. She functions on Dr. Ratio's team. She functions on goddamn Fei Xiao's team. Of course, I have best in slot Fei Xiao. But every follow-up type of trope, you can put a Topaz in there and she's gonna bring value. It's the same universal broke as Ranmei, but for follow-up. And that's why she's so damn good. But not only that, with the release of Fei Xiao, the strongest team in the game with the sustainer is Topaz, Aventurine, Fei Xiao, and Robin. So the bump up is heavily because of Fei Xiao, but she's always been, in my opinion, a T0.5 character just because of her flexibility, not necessarily because of maximum performance, but the flexibility. Bart, I hate that name, bro. I'll be honest. I hate that name. All right. I agree. I'll be honest, guys. Like, power creep in Honkai Star Rail is wild. And these two, man, here's what I will say. These two, they're missing that one piece. They're missing that one piece, and it ain't Robin and it ain't Ranmei. They're missing a very specific character that is designed to make Dot thrive. And when it happens, chat, listen, I'm saying this now, chat, when it happens, this meta is gonna get flipped upside down. I guarantee you. This shit is gonna get flipped upside down, bro. I'm telling you, these two gonna be right back up there. So I don't know when it's gonna happen, but Dot people are waiting. Y'all are in the waiting room, bro, and there's not really much you can do. That said, I think it's criminal, I've always said this, to put Black Swan attached to Kafka when in reality only one of them is dependent on the other. Okay. Black Swan doesn't need Kafka. Kafka needs Black Swan. I've said this from day one, and the Kafka copers kept telling me I was lying and that she's good without Black Swan. Even creators were saying this shit. I remember, chat, every one of them motherfuckers was saying Kafka's good without Black. She doesn't need Black Swan. Black Swan needs Kafka. I told these niggas, bro. I said Black Swan does not need Kafka, bro. All right, Black Swan's up here, in my opinion. The reason is she's up there because she works on every team. Same team. She works on Dr. Ratio, Yun Li, Acheron. I think it's fair to keep her T1 just because her value is not the best value. I think that's fair. But triple 20% shred is wild. Now, E1 Black Swan is without a shadow of a doubt T0.5, debatably T0. I just want to throw that out there. If you don't know what her E1 is, it is essentially Ranmei's ultimate. To anything that is doing to any character or enemy that is afflicted with a dot. So if that dot is physical, fire, water, earth, any of the elemental dots that the enemy is afflicted with, it becomes an all type res penetration to that element. Essentially meaning if you got a wind guy on your team and they got a wind dot on them, that's 25% res pen. So it's fucking cracked. Here's the thing. Black Swan's ult makes it so that all dots are considered to be on the target. I forgot to put that important fact in there. So when she ults, her E1 just gets applied no matter what. You don't even have to fucking have the dots on them. It's just cracked. It's cracked. All right. Okay. So chat, y'all are getting leaks. I've been cooking with these two in the lab behind the scenes. These two are fucking incredible, bro. Chat, these two hook so hard. Now I was like, so he's E5. My Mose is E5. I just E6'd my Imaginary March. I was gonna 0 cycle with a Robin, to be fair, with this team and an Aventurine. 2 4-star characters. When have we ever seen this occur in the history of Honkai Star Rail? I don't know. I guess QQ? I guess QQ. QQ's fall off needs to be studied too. But these two are really, really good. And if you don't have Fei Xiao and you do have these two, you'd be surprised of their performance with the well, it's not fart anymore. Mira. It's Mira. Yeah, these two's value though with the fart comp, which is basically Robin and Aventurine, it's crazy. And you can actually take out one or the other, put a Topaz in there, and it functions just the same. I do. They are T1. They are actually T1. All right, moving on. Yeah, incredibly niche. All y'all know I love Luca, but Luca's incredibly fucking niche. Shu Yi, incredibly niche. She still actually can pop off. But yeah, they're niche. I think this is a very, very fair placement. The reason Luca is not niche is because of how much damage this motherfucker does when he breaks shields. I think I'm single-handedly the reason why Luca is not in T3. They've seen Gacha Smack showcases of Luca. That's what it is, boys. All right, moving on. This is fair, but I do want to admit, guys, she's not designed for MOC. She's designed for pure fiction. So I think anybody who thinks like, oh, she sucks is just, she's not for MOC. She's for pure fiction. So incredibly niche, but I will say, I've said this too, that there is some potential with Jade in MOC in certain formats. I could see Jade performing on a T1 level in certain formats, but they do need to have like quantum weakness. And most importantly, if you unlock E1, she climbs up here pretty quickly. But pure fiction, the bitch is a menace. She is the honor one in pure fiction. But that's fine. Oh shit, bro. No, man. Welt's supposed to be up here, bro. Nah, bro. Welt's supposed to chat. I will not have any objections, all right? Anybody who thinks Welt isn't T0 is getting banned. Anybody who thinks Welt isn't T0 is getting fucking banned, bro. Chat. I'm not playing with y'all. Hold up. Let me clear it out. I ain't playing with you motherfuckers. Welt should be T0. You ain't getting no explanation. You ain't getting no explanation, bro. Do you want to face gravital disintegration? You want to see a black hole? I will hear no objections. My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius. All right. Shit. T0, if there's another 0 on top of it, maybe. All right, man. Yeah, nobody really cares about this. All right, moving on over here. Now, this is on to the juicy part, guys. Holy shit. Ooh. The Acheron Copers, boys. They aren't ready for this truth, are they? Oh, shit. These Acheron Copers ain't ready for this truth. I'm about to lay on that ass, bro. Oh, shit. Chat. Fei Xiao. E0 Acheron T0. Chat, listen, here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to be honest here. Okay, look, it's too soon. I will say that, okay? To be fair, it's too soon to write off Acheron just because of this particular format. Now, I will say, this particular format is pretty fucking fair with the buff, though. The buff is accessible to everyone. It's not accessible to one niche. Do you reach the maximum buff quicker with follow-up teams, correct? But you still reach the buff with the other teams too. It's not like it's a buff that only favors one fucking It's you get damage bonus when you attack 6 times and everybody gets it, period. Like who's doing that shit. So, I mean, you know, I don't know. What I will say is this girl's performance, I think, blew everyone out of the water in this format. Like her performance was so fucking wild to me. It didn't make sense. Guys, YouTube, I know y'all don't care about zero cycles. This is just a matter of like, I'm explaining this as a point of reference. I took her to the second half of the MOC against Aventurine. He's not weak against wind. His format, the first half, there's a whole team of motherfuckers out there. There's the 2 like launcher dudes and there's the 2 like elites. It's a format that's not supposed to be good for hunt path characters. This bitch almost zero cycled it. He's not weak against wind with a sustain. It's like, bro, she's just too strong, man. And it's like, it was no, and y'all saw me straight. It was no effort. I mean, no effort. She negative cycles the first half, which obviously tailors to her. But as I said, I would like to see how Fei Xiao is going to perform in more formats before I just go ahead and say she's shitting all over Acheron. But right now, she's shitting all over Acheron, bro. I will wait to see more testing. Right now, it just looks like her damage output is a cheat because she's not the only one dealing damage. Acheron's the only one dealing damage. She deals damage, then Topaz deals damage, then then Robin, and then Adventure. It's like the whole fucking team deals damage. So Acheron's not just going up against her. She's going up against the Avengers. She's going up against the Monstars. It's cheating, bro. She came, there's so much to say about Fei Xiao, guys. I'm serious. Like, this bitch came and literally changed everything. Gamers, Fei Xiao is so powerful. I remember the hunt path fell off. Nobody could use it, okay? Scylla was doing good in the beginning, but you know, as time progressed on, she just fell off. Not anymore, gamers. Fei Xiao's a menace. She saved the hunt path. You know how we kept asking for that one unit to save the hunt path? She actually saved the hunt path. I'm serious. She just saved it. She has made the hunt path accessible to all modes. That in and of itself it deserves an Oscar, bro. Like, it deserves a fucking award, bro. Do you understand how hard it is to make the hunt path accessible to all modes? It's insane, chat. Do y'all disagree with me? I mean, holy fuck. Fei Xiao made the hunt path great again. She did. She actually did it. And here's the thing I want to talk about. Fei Xiao, much like Topaz, is not gonna be an easy power creep, chat. You know why? She, unlike other DPS, doesn't hog the field and you have to invest everything so that she can only be the one to perform. She makes her team better, and then her team getting better makes her better. She has the best kind of kit. It's the power of friendship. It's the power of friendship. It really is. So it's like that kind of kit ages very well. It's got a good age to it. But we'll see as time tells. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna shit on Acheron because I love Acheron. That's my girl. Look hope though. Look hope. Now, Firefly, I would like to say the difference between Acheron and Firefly is that so long as Firefly can break shields, she's always gonna perform. Right? Her biggest kryptonite is when she goes up against a format where the bitch can't break shields. That's it. As long as she breaking shields, she gonna be in T0, chat. I'm telling you, she's just gonna stay in that bitch. So that's what I'll say about Firefly. Now, Ratio and Yun Li. Man, holy fuck, bro. How long we 50? We're coming up on an hour. I've been yapping. Yun Li and Dr. Ratio. I'm gonna keep it a stack here. This is where we're gonna disagree, chat. I think Jing Liu and Imbiber Lune are just as strong as these two characters. I do. The thing about Yun Li is, as I said before, this format is more catered to her than it is to everyone else. People think she's broken because the format has nothing but fucking enemies that are attacking a bunch of times and doing adjacent hits and all that. If you played Yun Li before this format, you would know she's not stronger than these two characters. She has a format that is catered to her right now. But the minute they throw a format in there that's not catered, She falls off. I'm telling you, go watch my video. I have a video on the channel where I made a video about Yunli, and then I go and showcase. I go and show off how she performs. The thing about me is, unlike the people who be yapping, I always back up what I say, and I always have the receipts. Hell take, enemies will always attack you. Well, that's just a tiny brain thought process, because you're not even going into the nuances of enemies attacking you. If an enemy attacks you one time or he attacks you 18 times, are you going to say that's the same attack frequency? Because that's what your statement just said. Enemies will always attack you. The sky's blue. How many times are they attacking is the question. It's very important. Again, the choir format, those three things that Firefly and Acheron shit on. One of them doesn't attack. Bro just puts a dot on you, and that's it. And you know who takes a L? Yunli, right? And then the other one, he just like charges himself up sometime and doesn't attack you. She is easily nerfable. Easily fucking nerfable. I'm telling you. I've always cooked on these things, and I know them. Her weakness is so easy to nerf with formats. So when that shit happens and she come right back down here, remember I told y'all, just like her, Clara. Now, Dr. Ratio, although he hits like a truck, I don't know how, because see, I guess I need to show my Imbiber de Lune. Imbiber de Lune with the proper team, which is Ting Yun, Sparkle, M, and Huahua, can perform on the same level as Dr. Ratio. Like literally, there's not even like a discrepancy. In fact, he might even outperform. Nah, it's on the same level. It's on the same level. It is. And y'all know I'm not a deal simp. It's just based off of testing. Jing Liu is a high skill cap, and you have to know what you're doing. She's actually more of a sustainless person, and that's the only reason why. Your mic is cracking. Is my mic cracking, guys? Maybe I'm a little bit too close to it. We good? Okay, so he was capping. Okay, mic is peaking. Oh, it's probably because I'm talking a little bit too loud. When you get louder, it messes up. It's funny because I put all these settings on there to like try and combat that, but at the end of the day, I'm a nub with that type of shit, so I don't really know what I'm doing. That's fine. It probably is peaking a little bit. Okay, going back to what I was saying, I think that Imbiber de Lune can perform on the same level as a Dr. Ratio. It just, most people don't, it's a skill cap thing. Most people don't know how to play Imbiber de Lune correctly. They don't know how to speed tune their Sparkle so that he can go 3 times in one turn and do full charges the whole turn. It's a very high skill cap character, and that's the reason why T0.5 and T1 are the discrepancy between him. Jing Liu is the same exact way. Very high skill cap. You have to know how your rotations function with her, and if you do, she'll zero cycle a fucking Aventurine. But if you don't know how to play the character, then yeah, unfortunately, I think they can't. I think this is fair. T1s. That's my opinion. Now, Clara being up here with these, I don't agree with that. I mean, I'm ignorant because I have an E3 Clara and I played with her, and I swear that bitch is mid. But I guess I'll actually, you know what? I'll admit it. I just don't spend enough time with the character, but I still refuse to believe that she's the same strength as these characters. I refuse to believe that shit. At E0? At E0. Nah. Chat, I'm sorry. I don't think so. Okay, let's see here. Advanced, we have Sela. Pokey Zero Cycle with Clara with the sustain on the team. Saying Pokey Zero Cycle does not mean anything. This is not a disrespect towards Pokey, but you realize you're talking about somebody who E6s characters, who gets E2s and gets SIGs and has 175 Sparkle. That like, you realize saying that doesn't really say anything, brother, right? Like, that's not even a shot at him, bro. I'm just being completely real here. That means nothing, all right? That means absolutely nothing. All right, anyways, let's come here. Sela being in T1.5, but Blade, Himiko, and Jing Yuan being in T2, that to me is odd. But here's what I will say. In chat, I'll let y'all answer this. I don't own Sela, so I never can truly give the best judgment call on her. If you ask me, I think she belongs right down there with the rest of them. But at the end of the day, I don't own her, so I can't even like give the most fair scrutiny on it. What do y'all think? Do you think Sela deserves to be above these other units? Or what? I think Blade should go up unironically. Yeah, so me personally, okay, we got some Celia is basically boot hill, but not as damage. I think that's fair because she does have the quantum set. She's definitely I mean, it's not even a question. She's inferior to boot hill for sure. I don't know. Like, see, I have to have a hands-on experience to really shoot it down. From where I stand, though, I feel like she's in the same boat. Blade is T1.5, if you ask me. He's definitely not as strong as these three. He's not as strong as these three. He's not. You gotta admit it. Be fair. He's not. But he damn sure ain't no T2. Okay, I'd say T1.5 in my personal opinion. Himiko is a character that's continued to age like fine wine, so I don't know why she's in T2. Himiko has gone up in value. Like, am I crazy here? But again, I don't own Himiko. She makes up for not being able to hit 1 mil per ult by doing 99 skills. Thought I saw that video. That's MOC. No, I mean, she's gone up in MOC, man. Guys, she's a part of the follow-up trope. She's literally a part of the follow-up trope, man. All follow-up characters have gotten buffs. I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, oh shit, my camera froze. What the hell? Goddamn camera froze. Anyways, I feel like Himiko should probably, I don't know. I'm being ignorant on that one. I'll let that one go. Jingyuin has most certainly fallen off. It's time to admit it. All right, chat. It's time to admit it. But look, hey, we got a little foreshadowing though. Our general, I think he's gonna make a comeback. Hey, they put a set out that he benefits from, chat. That's got to be a sign. All right, let's step into the realms of coping. A set that makes general shine means another tool is coming down the line. Bars. And Jingyuin is going to be just fine. Bars. I would say that. QQ's fall off needs to be studied. Yeah, it does. It needs to be studied, chat. But she's a 4-star, so I think it's expected. Oh my god. Bro never even climbed. Bro was never at the top, chat. Chat. He was never at the top. Bro was never at the top, chat. He never fell off. He didn't even climb the mountain, man. He just stayed down there. Oh my fucking god, dude. Hey, another unit that I don't own, so I can't even like attest to it. I can't even attest to it. I don't own them, chat. So what do y'all think? Do you think this is deserved, or do y'all think they are slandering Argenti? What do y'all think, chat? Bro didn't fall off, he just tripped. He's just not made for MOC. Oh, you know what? Hey, Alistar. Deserved? Alistar. That is, I think he made the most fair statement. It's the same thing. But wait, hold on. Isn't he like not even meta in here? Oh, okay, he's T0.5. Okay, something. Bro, if he was down here, chat, I would have passed out. We wouldn't have been able to make the video. Chat, I would have passed out if Argenti was down here, bro. Oh my, still though, if he's not made for something, you would think he should be up here, but I guess he's not. All right, well, I think that wraps it up, man. I don't think anybody this shit makes me laugh every time, chat. Oh my fucking god, dude. Yang gang. This makes me laugh, bro. Oh fuck, bro, that is so funny, man. Yeah, that's gonna wrap up my thoughts. Hey, this was 1 hour banger for Prydwen tier list reaction. YouTube, I hope you enjoyed it. I've come to learn that my audience enjoys my longer videos, so maybe y'all will enjoy it. Chat got to join in on this. If I didn't get to read some things that chat was making, you'll be able to see it in the video. Thanks for watching. Chat, say bye. YouTube, don't forget to follow me on twitch.tv/gachasmack if you want to tune into the streams and participate and be a part of the videos as well. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up. We're going to react to Wuthering Waves 1.3 second half drip marketing next. Peace.